Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our elders of GMS who rule well. And Barakatham to all you Akim that's out there that's pushing this truth in sincerity and the strength of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. This is GMS Stop and Listen. It's a little brief little sit down. I'm going to talk about a word called curse. A lot of times when we're on highways and byways, the prophets, when you get angry, you tend to speak rude speech words. And you have people who are out there, some people sit there and listen to the message, and then when they hear rude speech words such as shit, damn, or fuck, then they don't want to hear the message no more. Which that's the Most High doing it to them anyway, right? They be like, "Oh, you cursing," but they don't understand what cursing is, right? When we say those words, shit, damn, or fuck, those are rude speech words, right? And those rude speech words have changed through the eons and eons and eons, through different time periods. Those words are different. So I'm going to just go into brief about cursing so you can get an understanding of what it is. Here's the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. It's a good source to use. You just have to be careful when you're reading it to know when certain books are going off, when they correct. Okay, this is the word curse on page 120. It says curse, the reverse of bless. Okay? It says the reverse of bless. So what's bless? I'll grab this student dictionary, and I'm going to look up the word curse. Bless, Salaki. It says bless, to give good, wish good, be thankful, praise the Most High. When the Most High blesses, He helps, favors, and makes happy. When a person bless the Most High, they praise, worship, and thank Him. Persons can bless other persons. To bless food is a prayerfully grateful for being prayerfully grateful for it. Peace, not material prosperity, is a main goal of blessing. So it's not a material prosperity. So when you get a lot of people out there, when they get new cars, new clothes, new jewelry, and they quick to say, "Oh, the Lord bless me, the Lord then bless me." No, the Lord, it says it's not for material prosperity, So when it says up here, it says to wish good, to wish good. So it says a curse. Back in the Zonovan, it says curse is the reverse of bless. So if you wish something to be good, and the opposite of that is to wish what? To wish something to be bad. Which it says, on the human level, to wish harm or a catastrophe. See? So to curse is to wish something bad. It's not saying shit, damn, or fuck. It's saying that, when you leave this building, I hope you get hit by a truck and die. That's cursing. I wish you go out and get your face shot out. That's wishing catastrophe on somebody. I hope your kids get killed tonight. I hope the school burn them up in the building. That's wishing catastrophe on somebody. That's a curse. Right? It's not saying rude speech words such as shit, damn, and fuck. So it says, on the divine to impose judgment, the cursing of one's parents is sternly prohibited by the Mosaic regulations. It says, Hamashiach commanded those who would be his disciples to bless and curse not. And it goes down and says, this passage is often misunderstood by Western readers. Paul represents the curse of the law as borne by Hamashiach upon the cross for the believer. The modern Western practice of cursing, i.e., using profane language, is never referred to in the scriptures. It says it's never referred to in the scriptures. So when you hear the prophets on the highways and byways using rude speech words, the best thing you can do is listen at the message. Don't listen to the way the message is coming. So if you get offended on the way the message is coming, obviously Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is offended in you in something, and he don't want you to hear the message. Okay? And when you go look up that word profane, because they say it's profanity, profane comes from the Latin word profanus, meaning unholy. Latin book, it says profanus is unconsecrated, ordinary, impetuous, ill omen. So that means you're unholy, right? So that's Esau and the other nations. They're a profane people. So when we say shit, damn, or fuck, it's not profanity, it's rude speech. Okay? Now I'm gonna go through the Bible, and like when you look up that word catastrophe, you know, that's a fatal. It's fatal. It's like a fatal turning of like a certain something sudden. You know, it's a fatal drama, like something that happens like right away, right? And I'm gonna give you an example in the scriptures on someone being cursed and something fatal happening. Okay, I'm gonna go to 2 Kings 23. Second Kings 23. Might be First Kings. Second Kings 2 and 23. Sorry. Let me pull this back. Get some light in here. Okay, it's 2 Kings 2 and 23. And it says, and he went up from thence into Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. Right? And he turned back and looked at them and cursed them in the name of the Lord Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 42 children of them. So right there, that's an example of a curse being wished upon someone and sudden catastrophe happened. The children were mocking Elisha, right? And he prayed to the Most High to curse them. And the key to it is he prayed in the name, right? Because you can try to wish curses on people, but if you don't pray in the name, then it's not gonna happen. That's just like the other nations. I have another example where the other nations try to wish curses upon us, right? But you can't wish curses upon Israel, and I'll read it to you. So when you wish curses upon someone, you have to put the curses on them in the name of the Lord. So if you don't use the name of the Lord, then it's not going to happen. Okay? So that example I'm going to show you is Numbers. 23rd chapter with Balaam. I'm going to start at 23 and I'll just read down to the point. I'm just going to read to that point. And Balaam said unto Balak, Build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 oxen and 7 rams And Balak did as Balaam had spoken. And Balak and Balaam offered on every altar a bull and a ram. And Balaam said unto Balak, stand by the burnt offerings, and I will go. Peradventure, the Lord will come to meet me, and whatsoever he showeth me, I will tell thee. And he went to an high place, and God met Balaam, and he said unto him, I have prepared 7 altars, and I have offered upon every altar a bullock and a ram. And the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth, and said, return unto Balak, and thus thou shalt speak. He returned unto him. Lo, he stood by his burnt sacrifice, he and all the princes of Moab. He took up his parable and said, Balak, the king of Moab, have brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, come, curse me, Jacob, and defy Israel. See? It says that curse right there, that's wishing harm unto the nation of Israel. It says, how shall I curse whom God have not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom the Lord have not defied? So he was telling them, the Lord ain't sanctioning, so how it's going to happen. And the reason for that, when you read over here, Numbers 23 and 23, it says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. So you can't do any magic against Israel. You can't call upon curses on Israel. You can use rude speech against Israel. You can call Israel, whatever you want in rude speech. But for as a curse, no, you can't curse Israel. But Israel we could put curses on you through the name of the Lord. The true name of the Lord will put curses on you. Okay? Because when you use those words, that's rude speech, man. So you have to know the difference between when somebody's using rude speech, to learn and to not say, oh, you're cursing. It's rude speech, man. Now I'll show you right here in 2 Corinthians 11 and 6, it says, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. He said, though I be rude in speech, not in knowledge. So if you see a man on the highways and byways, if he giving you prophecies, if he giving you history of the Bible, if he's breaking down his Bible, and a scoffer come up and he use rude speech on this scoffer, then that's what it is. You can't get offended. You got to hear that message, because our people, Israel, we don't understand until the speech is rude towards us. Just like you have little kids playing, somewhere, jumping on the couch. If you just tell them all nice to get down, they ain't gonna get down. But if you use rude speech, they get their attention real fast. Rude speech and any kind of contention or commotion gets people attention. So when you use that loud, rude speech, man, they gonna pay attention real quick, and they flow to it, man. If people think any commotion going on, like a scuffle or a fight, they gonna flow to it. Loud voices and rude speech, they flow right to it. And that's what the Lord said in Isaiah 58. He said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Right? So, so you have to be, you just have to know what you're saying, and when you're saying it, if you come up and say somebody's cursing, you got to know what the word curse means. It means to wish harm or catastrophe. Rude speech, when you look up that word, it's being rough, being coarse. The Latin for it is rudus, meaning rough and crude and ill-mannered. Being discourteous, impolite, ingentle. The prophets were rough, man. Yahushua was rough. When you look up in the scriptures, man, Yahushua was a rough dude, man. He wasn't going around being all gentle and nice. when he went and turned over the money changers tables, he was not gentle. He was not nice when he did that. He was rough and coarse, man. He was harsh to him, man. You know? Let me show you. If you don't believe Howard Shah was rough, check this out. This is Luke. Luke. This is Luke 19. I started 16. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, Well, thy good servant, because thou hast been faithful in very little, have thy authority over 10 cities. Because the Lord gave these certain servants money to go out and make profit with. And that money is really symbolic of this knowledge, right? And it says, verse 18, And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, Be thou also over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. That servant said, I kept your money in a napkin because I feared you, because you were an austere man. And when you look that word austere up, it comes from a Greek word austeros, meaning rough, severe, hard, stern, disagreeable. That's what that word means when you look that word up in the Greek. It's 840 in the Greek. When you look up that Greek, 840, you'll see it right there. It's stern, man, being severe, man. So he was telling the Lord, I know you hard, man. I know you severe. I know you rough, man. Basically, And he said, right here in verse, it says, For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that which thou didst not sow. And he said unto him, Out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thy wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man. There you go again. He said, Now you knew I was hard, man. You know I'm rough. He says, Taking up that which I laid not down, and reaping that which I did not sow. Wherefore thou gavest not thou my money unto the bank, that at my coming I might require my own with usury. So when you read that, it's symbolic of us getting this knowledge and this truth. The men of the Lord, when you get it, don't hide it. Go out on the highways and the byways and push this truth, man. Teach the people. Don't get this knowledge and just sit back and hold it and wait for the Lord to come. Because you just sit back and hold it and you don't get out and use it, that it can profit and you can pull in more men of the Lord, pull in the elect. And man, the Lord he gonna deal with you when he come. That's what that was talking about. And when you read in the same account is in Matthew 25 and around 19 or 20, the same account. So when we out there, those words, man, fuck, shit, damn, damn, goddamn is God condemned. Fuck is what fornication under consent of the king. Shit is in the Bible. That's the word you see in the Bible called dong. That's shit. So these are just rude speech words, man. They are not. It's not cursing when you use these words, okay? Because back then, in them days, the words have changed. The words we use now are different than past eons. Because back in the day, they used to use words like snake. That was a word that would cause commotion if you call somebody a snake. But we say that now. Oh, that's old snake ass nigga right there, man. So you say that, somebody know you a little cunning. You cunning and you subtle and shit. They know not to mess with you if you say that. You got words like viper. Back in the day, the word viper was used. Ass. Fox. dung, or dog. Those kind of words like that, when you see reading the scriptures, was used to, I guess, like we disrespect people when you use rude speech. That was, using them in similes as animals, man. That was kind of disrespectful. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you in is it Matthew 23, 23, 23 and 23 and I start at 31. It says, "Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourself that ye are the children of them which kill the prophets." Right? The Lord is talking about them Pharisees, and he says they kill the prophets. "Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers." Right? It says, "Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell?" Question. See, he called them serpents and vipers. That was disrespectful speech back then to call somebody that. See? And then you got, like I said, they call ass. An ass is what? A donkey. I'll show you one where we were compared to that. This is Isaiah 1:3. "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider." Because an ass and an ox is like the dumbest animals, man. All they do is hold their head down and pull forward and pull the plow, man. That's all they know. They get, when they done, they eat and drink and sleep and get up and pull the plow again with their head down. And he compared Israel to an ox and an ass, man. So you compare it to a donkey. But if we say ass on the street, people be like, "Oh, you cursing," when an ass is just a donkey, And I'm gonna show you another one example where it's Luke 13:32. Start at 31. It says, "The same day there came a certain Pharisee, saying unto him, Get thee out and depart hence, for Herod will kill thee. And he said unto them," this is Yahushua speaking, he said, "Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils, and I do cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfect." So Yahushua was calling Herod a fox. Fox coming from the Greek word alopex, meaning a crafty and cunning person, man. So that word fox, it was a harsh term to be using, a harsh term of rude speech to be using back in that time. And when that dog, the word dog, even in the Apocrypha, I think it's maybe 25th chapter, 26th chapter, it speaks of a female as a dog. So, that's a bitch. So, we say that word, people will be getting mad, but the dog was one of those derogatory terms they used back then. You see that same word used in Isaiah 56, where it said they are all dumb dogs, right? Talking about the pastors. You see that word being used in 1 Samuel 17 chapter. Philistine said to David, "I am a dog." You'll see it used in Samuel's, I think, 2 Samuel 16 chapter. So those words are derogatory terms that was used back then. Nowadays, in 2014, we might call you a buster. 2010, up until now, those are words like buster, sucker ass nigga, buster motherfucker, punk ass, bitch ass nigga, pussy ass nigga. That right there get it started, man. Those are rude speech words that they use in 2014. Remember back in 90, folks would call you a simp. they call you a simp, then that was trouble. Like back then, they call you a viper. That word right there, simp, will get you. That would get it started. So you have to, understand, man, what you're saying when you say cursing, man. Cursing is to wish catastrophe, man. Even the disciples, man, they got crunk, like that. I show you this last scripture. This is Matthew 26 when Peter, when they had Yahushua in the council, and Peter was. This was Peter. When the cock crowed. It says it's Matthew 26, 73. It says, after a while came unto him they that stood by, and said to Peter, surely thou art the one of them, for thy speech betrayeth thee. Then began he to curse and swear and say, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. So Peter was mad at them for saying it because they had said it more than once. So it said he began to curse and swear. So he was speaking rude speech. We can only imagine what he was saying, but he was saying some harsh, rude speech to him. Probably like, man, motherfucker, I ain't that one. That's probably, that's in our words, but his words is probably fucking dog, viper, fox, fucking dog, fox. Whatever words they use, man. And that's, so you have to, educate yourself, man, on what cursing is, man, and what rude speech is. Because we out there on them highways and byways, sometimes the prophets are going to have to use rude speech to get a point across. It's all in spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, whether he have those prophets out there using rude speech. Sometimes brothers can just sit back and teach and be cool and calm. You might not never hear, but then come a scoffer or a scorner. You might have to use some rude speech to get him on up out of here, because he's disrupting the lesson. Because he ain't, he 2/3, he ain't trying to learn, So with that, man, Lord willing, try to bring out little more lessons on cursing, because there's different types of curses. God's curses, cursing of Israel. There's different types. It's 4 or 5 categories of cursing too, man. So we'll try to bring out some more lessons later on it, to edify you more on that word cursing and what cursing is. So, man, with that, man, all praise be to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honors to the elders, GMS, who rule well. And Barakatham and all you Akim that's out there that's pushing this truth and sincerity and strength of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hope it was edifying, man, to the brothers coming in the truth and the brothers in the truth, And with that, man, stay up, brothers. We ain't got long, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is doing marvelous works, man, and getting this thing down to the end, getting ready to usher in the kingdom of heaven, man. So with that, man, Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Kwam Bakar.